across the river. Feel the air keep breathing. Yeah. I'm crossing the bridge as the sun starts to rise, rubbing all the sleep from my tired out eyes. The river is a mirror, the steel in the glass, watching all the minutes and the hours pass. The rhythm of the tides is a soulful style beat, a heavy percussion underneath my feet. No more rushing, no more need to be first, just a quiet way to quench the spiritual thirst. This bridge isn't bridge, a soulful kind of cross, finding the game in the middle of the lost. Yeah, it's urban and bluesy, it's rhythmic and deep. Promises to yourself that you're finally gonna keep. Bridges and breathe, the water and the rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. Yeah, I'm rapping to the pulse of the suspension cables, turning all the myths into realistic fables. The guitar is a liquid, a jazzy little flow, taking us exactly where we need to go. I remember the days when I felt so disconnected, like a soulful style message that was never directed. But now I find the bridge in the middle of the heart, learning how to play a much better style part. It's bridges and bridge, a soulful kind of cross, finding the game in the middle of the lost. Yeah, it's urban and bluesy, it's rhythmic and deep. Promises to yourself that you're finally gonna keep. Bridges and breathe, the water in the rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. Yeah. Every girder is a bone, every rivet is a cell, a story of a life that's avoiding its hell. The bass is an anchor, the snare is a snap, moving through the lines of a soulful style map. It's a mid-tempo journey to the other side shore, finding out what I'm actually looking for. No more chasing shadows, no more chasing ghosts, just a quiet toast of what matters the most. It's bridges and breathe, a soulful kind of cross, finding the game in the middle of the lost. Yeah, it's urban and bluesy, it's rhythmic and deep. Promises to yourself that you're finally gonna keep. Bridges and breathe, the water and the rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. The river keeps flowing, but the bridge stands still, climbing up the peak of a very small hill. Everything is clear and everything is bright in the early morning, soulful starlight. Hear that? The city's talking back. Yeah. I'm standing in the alley where the sound bounces back, looking for the rhythm that I used to lack. The concrete is cold, but the soul is on fire, climbing up the rungs of a spiritual wire. Every word I speak has a ghost in the air, reminding me of everything I used to declare. But now I'm just listening to what the bricks say, finding a brand new soulful way. It's concrete echoes, the city's quiet voice, finding the rhythm, making a choice. Yeah, it's bluesy and urban, it's lo-fi and deep, keeping the promises that we wanna keep. Concrete echoes, the rhythm of the street, feeling the soul where the sky and ground meet. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm rapping to the pulse of a distant machine, finding the beauty in the space in between. The guitar is syncopated, the jazzy little dance, giving all the memories a secondhand chance. I remember when I thought I had to be loud, to be noticed by the shadows in the middle of a crowd. But now I find the power in the whisper, in the hush, taking away the pressure and the unnecessary rush. It's concrete echoes, the city's quiet voice, finding a rhythm, making the choice. Yeah, it's bluesy and urban, it's lo-fi and beat, keeping the promises that we wanna keep. Concrete echoes, the rhythm of the street, feeling the soul where the sky and ground meet. Listen close. Every footprint is a note on the page, learning how to act on a different kind of stage. The bass is a foundation, the snare is a snap, moving through the map of a soulful trap. But the trap is just a rhythm, a place to belong, turning all the weakness into something strong. It's a mid-tempo journey to the heart of the block, watching how the secrets of the city unlock. It's concrete echo, the city's quiet voice, finding the rhythm, making the choice. Yeah, it's bluesy and urban, it's lo-fi and deep, keeping the promises that we wanna keep. Concrete echoes, the rhythm of the street, feeling the soul where the sky and ground meet. Listen close. Yeah, listen close. Yeah, the city isn't empty, it's just catching its breath. Life is a cycle, from birth until death. And in the echoes, I find my own name, never being quite the same. Concrete echoes, yeah. Concrete echoes, yeah. Hear that? The city's talking back. Yeah. 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 Sitting in a corner of a bar called the Grave, watching all the colors of the afternoon fade. The brick is exposed and the light is dim, thinking about the cup and the space at the rim. A little bit of bourbon and a whole lot of thought, appreciating things that can never be bought. The guitar's playing something old and sincere, making all the static in my head disappears. Brick and bourbon, a soulful kind of taste, refusing to let another moment go to waste. Yeah, it's bluesy and heavy, it's urban and real, learning how to process everything that we feel. Brick and bourbon, the rhythm of the oak, watching all the bitterness go up in smoke. I'm rapping about the struggles that we never quite show, like the things we bury so they never have to grow. Here in the quiet with a glass in my hand, I'm starting to finally understand the plan. It's about the texture, it's about the heat, it's about the way the bitter meets the sweet. The drums all steady like a clock on the wall, waiting for the courage to answer the call. It's brick and bourbon, a soulful kind of taste, refusing to let another moment go to waste. Yeah, it's bluesy and heavy, it's urban and real, learning how to process everything that we feel. Brick and bourbon, the rhythm smoke. Hey, shadows on the table, stories in the wood. Thinking about the things that I finally understood, like how a scar is just a place where you're strong, and how a soulful rhythm can help you along. The bass line is deep like a secret shed, finding out that somebody actually cared. It's some mid-tempo blues in a hip-hop skin, finally letting the light shine in this brick and bourbon. A soulful kind of taste, refusing to let another moment go to waste. Yeah, it's bluesy and heavy, it's urban and real, learning how to process everything that we feel. Brick and bourbon, the rhythm of the old. Watching all the bitterness go up in smoke. Take a sip, take a sip. The walls have ears, take a sip, but they don't have tongues. Take a sip. Breathing in the silence, take a sip, with a pair of fresh lungs. It's a warm kind of feeling in a cold kind of town. Take a sip. Finally finding a way to sit down. Brick and bourbon, another blues, chill rap. Another round, yeah. I'm sitting under a tree in a concrete style park, waiting for the rhythm to ignite a spark. The leaves are a chorus of a million little green style suns, where the tired out city in the silence runs. The rhythm of the wind is a soulful style beat, a heavy percussion underneath my feet. No more rushing, no more need to be first, just a quiet way to quench the spiritual thirst. It's a concrete canopy, soulful kind of shade, finding the beauty in the middle of the glade. It's urban and bluesy, it's rhythmic and deep, promises to yourself that you're finally gonna keep. Yeah. Concrete canopy, the leaves and the rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. Yeah. I'm rapping to the pulse of a fluttering style leaf, finding a little bit of much needed relief. The guitar is a liquid, a jazzy little flow, taking us exactly where we need to go. I remember the days when I thought I was alone, but now I find the comfort in a soulful style tone. A Rhodes piano is a warm-hearted hug, making me feel safe like a bug in a rug. It's a concrete canopy, a soulful kind of shade, finding the beauty in the middle of the glade. It's urban and bluesy, it's rhythmic and deep, promises to yourself that you're finally gonna keep. Oh, concrete canopy, the leaves and the rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. Yeah. Every branch is a lesson, every twig is a rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. The bass is an anchor, the snare is a snap, moving through the lines of a soulful style map. It's a mid-tempo journey to a better frame of mind, leaving all the static and the anger behind. Just a man in a tree, sharing a thought, appreciating everything that the struggle has taught. It's a concrete canopy, a soulful kind of shade, finding the beauty in the middle of the glade. Yeah, it's urban and bluesy, it's rhythmic and beat, promises to yourself that you're finally gonna keep. Oh, concrete canopy, the leaves and the rime, taking a little break from the pressure of time. Stay shaded, stay sober. The world keeps spinning, but the tree stays true. Finding out what I really need to do. Everything is clear and everything is bright in the middle of the day. Soulful style. Concrete canopy. Stay shaded. Yeah. Silence is loud sometimes. Listen. The couch is empty where you used to sit. The fire died, it is no longer lit. I walk the rooms of this quiet place, searching for the ghost of your face. We grew apart like leaves in the fall. Now there's just echoes bouncing off the wall. No angry words, no doors being slammed, just the quiet breaking of a delicate dam. The echoes of us in this empty room, the sweet perfume fading into the gloom. It was a beautiful love, but it ran its course. Now I'm drifting away from the source. I play the vinyl we bought in the spring, remembering the joy that you used to bring. The jazzy chords have a mournful tone. It hits different when you're all alone. We tried to force a puzzle piece until we realized we needed release. Love isn't always meant to last. Sometimes it belongs in the past. The echoes of us in this empty room, a sweet perfume fading into the gloom. It was a beautiful love, but it ran its course. Now I'm drifting away from the source. I packed the books that you left behind. You're slowly fading out of my mind. The healing process is a steady crawl. I'm learning to walk, learning to fall. I wish you well wherever you go. I hope you find the things that you know. The bass line thumps, our heartbeat sound. I'm keeping my feet on the solid ground. The echoes of us in this empty room, a sweet perfume fading into the gloom. It was a beautiful love, but it ran its course. Now I'm drifting away from the source. No regrets for the time that we shared. I know that deep down we truly care. But the seasons shifted, the weather changed, and our destinies were rearranged. Rearranged, let the echo fade. Goodbye, love. Yeah. Feel that? That's the Pulse 92 BPM for the urban soul. The city has a pulse, can you feel it in the ground? Everything is moving to a hip-hop sound. From the skyscrapers tall to the subway so deep, there's a rhythm in the concrete that we're meant to keep. The guitar's playing funky and jazzy style blues, giving all the people something they can use. I'm a pilot of the pavement, the king of the street, finding all my power in the mid-tempo beat. City pulse, beating in the night. Everything is rhythm, everything is right. Soulful jazz rap on an urban style track, moving to the future and never looking back. Nothing is false. I see the neon flicker like a heartbeat in time, turning every struggle into something sublime. The bass is like the engine of a metropolitan train, taking off the pressure and the everyday strain. Rose piano chords like the lights of a bus, reminding all the people that it's all about us. Keep the hi-hats rolling like the wheels on the road, lifting every spirit and every heavy set low. City pulse, beating in the night. Everything is rhythm, everything is right. Soulful jazz rap on an urban style track, moving to the future and never looking back. Ooh, yeah. City pulse, oh, nothing is false. We're all just a fragment of a much larger song, finding all the places where we finally belong. I'm a poet of the hustle, a rapper of the grace, moving through the city at a steady, slow pace. 90 BPM is the frequency of choice, giving every neighborhood a beautiful voice. Blues infused hip-hop, urban and raw, seeing all the beauty that the others never saw. City pulse, beating in the night. Everything is rhythm, everything is right. Soulful jazz rap on an urban style track, moving to the future and never looking back. Ooh, yeah. City pulse, yeah. Nothing is false, and the rhythm never stops and the beat never ends. In the city where the music and the people are friends, I'm locked in the groove, I'm locked in the soul, letting the urban style pulse take control. Keep moving, city pulse, jazzy blues rap. First light, fresh perspective. Let's begin. Sunlight streaming through the steam of the brew, thinking about the things that I'm about to do. No more running from the ghosts of the past, building up a foundation that's meant to last. The guitar's playing clean, the morning time blues, helping me to decide which path I should choose. I'm a student of the silence, a fan of the slow, watching all the seeds of the clarity grow. Coffee and clarity, the morning refrain, clearing out the clutter and the fog in the brain. Soulful rap energy, jazz infused soul, taking back the spirit and the self-control. Yeah, coffee and clarity, a little bit of rarity. The snare is hitting tight like the ticking of the clock, but I'm not worried about the way the people talk. I'm grounded in the bass, the low end of life, cutting through the tension like a dull butter knife. Rose piano ripples like the water in the sink, giving me the space and the time I need to think. Urban life is busy, but the morning is mine. Everything is looking like it's gonna be fine. Coffee and clarity, the morning refrain, clearing out the clutter and the fog in the brain. Soulful rap energy, jazz infused soul, taking back the spirit and the self-control. Yeah, coffee and clarity, a little bit of rarity. clarity. I see the city waking with a yawn and a sigh, underneath the canvas of a pale morning sky. Yeah. I'm a poet with a cup, a rapper with a heart, ready for the day and a brand new start. No need for the chaos, I prefer the calm. Music on my spirit like a healing balm. Bluesy hip-hop with a lo-fi touch. Not asking for a little, not asking for much. Coffee and clarity, the morning refrain, clearing out the clutter in the fog in the brain. Soulful rap energy, jazz infused soul, taking back the spirit and the self-control. Yeah, coffee and clarity, a little bit of rarity. Yeah, and the caffeine kicks in and the rhythm takes hold, turning all the leader to worry into gold. I'm standing on the threshold of a beautiful day, watching all the shadows just melt away. Drink it in, yeah. Coffee and clarity, morning jazz soul. Storms over time to heal. 89 BPM for the afterglow. Storms over time. The clouds are breaking up and the sun is coming through. Wash away the old and bring in the new. It's the after the storm rhythm, a bluesy style piece, waiting for the internal noise to finally cease. The guitar's playing mellow, a clean style swell, stories that the weary heart is starting to tell. I'm a mid-tempo dreamer with a soul style flow, watching all the flowers in the garden start to grow. After the storm, everything is clear, chasing out the static and the ghost of the fear. Soulful jazz rap on a blues-infused track, moving to the future, never looking back. Yeah, after the storm, feeling so warm. The snare is hitting light like the dripping of the rain, taking off the pressure in the everyday strain. Rose piano chords like a promise of the light, knowing that the morning's gonna finish the night. I find my sanctuary in the 90 BPM pulse, when nothing is fake and nothing is false. Urban style healing, deep and sincere, everything I need is already right here. After the storm, everything is clear, chasing out the static and the ghost of the fear. Soulful jazz rap on a blues-infused track, moving to the future, never looking back. Yeah, after the storm, feeling so warm. Yeah, we're all just survivors of a metropolitan gale, looking for the wind to finally hit the sail. I'm a poet of the spirit, a rapper of the grace, moving through the city at a steady, slow pace. Blues infused, hip-hop, organic and raw, seeing all the beauty that the others never saw. 90 BPM is the heartbeat of choice, giving every quiet thought a beautiful voice. After the storm, everything is clear, chasing out the static and the ghost of the fear. Soulful jazz rap on a blues-infused track, moving to the future, never looking back. Yeah, after the storm, feeling so warm, and the air is feeling fresh, and the world is looking new. Everything a place just for you. Take a deep breath and let the rhythm flow in. Forgive yourself for everywhere you think you've been. Sunlight, yeah. After the storm, soulful blues high. Pour it up, let it breathe, long day. The chord pops, a satisfying sound. The heavy burdens falling to the ground. The deep red liquid in the crystal glass, watching the shadows of the evening pass. I take a sip, the flavor is bold, warming the parts of my soul that are cold. The email stopped, the phone is dead, the stressful voices leaving my head. A glass of wine and a jazzy beat, taking the weight off my weary feet. The city humming a distant song. Right here's where I belong. The guitar strums a syncopated groove. I'm sitting still, I don't wanna move. The complex notes of the vintage year, washing away the residual fear of deadlines, pressures in the daily grind, leaving the corporate circus far behind. The bass line walks a steady pace, putting a genuine smile on my face. A glass of wine and a jazzy beat, taking the weight off my weary feet. The city humming a distant song. Right here is where I belong. Yeah. I swirl the glass, watch the colors blend. A quiet evening, a loyal friend. The lo-fi crackle is a soothing balm, a tiny island of perfect calm. I toast to the struggles I overcame. I toast to the players inside the game. Before the night, I'm retiring the jersey, finding a moment of quiet mercy. A glass of wine and a jazzy beat, taking the weight off my weary feet. The city humming a distant song. Right here's where I belong. It's necessary to disconnect the wire, to sit beside your own internal fire, to taste the fruit of the labor done, and wait in peace for tomorrow's sun. Cheers to that smooth finish. Just chill, fade out. Just me and the pen tonight. 90 BPM for the soul. I'm watching ink bleed on a blank page. Another night lost in this mental cage. Street lights dancing on the wooden floor. I don't think I'm looking for the exit anymore. Just a pen in the rhythm, trying to make it make sense. Building up my life while I'm tearing down the fence. Low end, pulsing like a heartbeat in the dark, waiting for the silence to ignite a little spark. It's a midnight heat, a silent prayer, breathing heavy city air. Soulful rhythms in a minor key. Just trying to find a man I'm meant to be. Yeah. It's the midnight ink. Let the world just sink. Yeah. Old record spinning, dusty on the shelf. Trying to get a better understanding of myself. No filters needed when the room is this dim. Watching memories surface, learning how to swim in the deep blue waters of a jazzy guitar lick. Life's a long journey, no such thing as a trick. Just the grind and the grace, the hustle and the rest. Putting every single heavy thought to the test. It's a midnight ink, a silent prayer. Breathe in the heavy city air. Soulful rhythms in a minor key. Just trying to find a man I'm meant to be. It's the midnight ink. Let the world just sink. Yeah, yeah. The city never sleeps, but it whispers in my ear, telling me the things that I'm supposed to hear. About the love that stayed and the ones that walked away. In the bluish light of a dawning gray. I'm a poet with a rhythm, a soul with a beat. Finding every answer on these empty paved streets. No need to rush, let the 90 BPM lead. Giving my spirit everything it needs. It's a midnight ink, a silent prayer. Breathing in the heavy city air. Soulful rhythms in a minor key. Just trying to find a man I'm meant to be. It's the midnight ink. Let the world just sink. And if the ink runs dry before the morning sun, I know that the work is finally done. No regrets in the shadow, no fear in the sound. Just the peace of the silence that I finally found. Midnight ink, yeah. Let it fade out. Breathe in, fresh start. The grass is wet with the morning dew. The sky is painted a brilliant blue. The city is sleeping silent and still. A quiet moment on the urban hill. I watch the sun begin to rise, burning the darkness from the skies. A new beginning, a clean white sheet, a rhythmic pulse on the empty street. Morning dew on the concrete floor, a gentle knock on a brand new door. The shadows vanish, the light breaks through. I'm finding my way, I'm starting anew. The guitar sparkles clean and bright, chasing away the ghosts of the night. The bass is warm, a comforting hum, welcoming the day that is yet to come. I stretch my arms, I feel the breeze rustling the tops of the maple trees. The mistakes of yesterday are gone, washed away by the early dawn. And morning dew on the concrete floor, a gentle knock on a brand new door. The drum kit plays a hopeful beat. I'm standing tall on my own 2 feet. The air is crisp, the vision is clear. I'm stepping out of the shadow of fear. I take a walk down a quiet block before the ticking of the city clock. Just me, the music, and the morning light. Everything is gonna be alright. Morning dew on the concrete floor. Oh, a gentle knock on a brand new door. The shadows vanish, the light breaks through. I'm finding my way, I'm starting anew. Yeah. Every sunrise is a second chance, a new rhythm for a different dance. We shed the skin of the days before and step right out of the open door. Yeah. Step out. Beautiful morning. Let's go. Sun going down, so coming up 90 BPM, horizon bound. Watching fading horizons from a rooftop high, seeing all the colors bleeding into the sky. The city is a silhouette of dreams in the stone, reminding me that I'm never truly alone. The guitar's playing light, a jazzy style refrain, helping me to forget about the everyday strain. I'm a mid-tempo traveler of the urban style soul, letting the 90 BPM take the control. Fading horizons, golden gray, watching all the troubles just melt away. Soulful jazz high with a bluesy style sting. Listen to the songs that the shadows sing. Yeah, fading horizons, spirit style rising. The snare is hitting crisp like the cool evening air. I'm losing all the static and the heavy sick care. Rose piano ripples like a cloud in the wind, thinking about the places where I've already been. No need for the fast life, I prefer the slow. Watching all the neon stars to flicker and glow. Urban style meditation, deep and sincere, chasing out the silence and the ghost of the fear. Fading horizons, golden gray, watching all the troubles just melt away. Soulful jazz hop with a bluesy style sting. Listen to the songs that the shadows sing. Yeah, fading horizons, oh, spirit style rising. We're all just a sunset in a much larger view. Everything is old and everything is new. I'm a poet of the light, a rapper of the dark, looking for a rhythm, looking for a spark. 90 BPM is the anchor of choice, giving every sunset a beautiful voice. Blues infused, hip-hop, mellow and raw, seeing all the beauty that the others never saw. Fading horizons, oh, golden gray, watching all the troubles just melt away. Soulful jazz hop with a bluesy style sting. Listen to the songs that the shadows sing. Yeah, fading horizons, oh, spirit style rises. And the sun disappears, but the rhythm remains, taking off the pressure and the internal chains. I'm standing in the dark with the song in my heart, ready for the evening and a brand new start. Let it fade, yeah, fading horizons, soulful jazz rap. That's true. Neon raindrops falling on the city tonight, painting every sidewalk in a colorful light. I'm watching from the window with a coffee in hand, trying to understand the way the universe plans. This blues hop rhythm is a shelter from the storm, keeping all the chilly thoughts feeling so warm. Jazzy guitar lines like the water on the pane, taking all the ego in the phantom of the pain. Neon raindrops washing out the blue. Everything is old and everything is new. Soulful rap verses in a minor key haze, finding our way through the rainy city maze. Yeah. Neon raindrops, till the rhythm stops. Yeah, the snare is sound of crisp like a leaf on the ground. I'm addicted to the texture and the weight of the sound. Rose piano chords are floating by like a cloud, speaking all the things that I can't say out loud. Urban melancholy is a beautiful thing. When you hear the melody, the neon can sing. Tight backbeat, keeping me from drifting too far underneath the ceiling of a late night bar. Raindrops washing out the blue. Everything is old and everything is new. Soulful rap verses in a minor key haze, finding our way through the rainy city maze. Yeah. Neon raindrops, till the rhythm stops. There's a silence in the city when the rain starts to fall, like the world is taking a moment to call every single soul back to the center of the chest, giving all the hustle a much needed rest. I'm a poet of the puddle, a king of the mist, finding every reason why we have to exist. 90 BPM and a bluesy guitar, doesn't really matter where the troubles are. Neon raindrops washing out the blue. Everything is old and everything is new. Soulful rap verses in a minor key haze, finding our way through the rainy city maze. Yeah. Neon raindrops, till the rhythm stops. Yeah. And the storm will pass and the sun will rise, for now I'm content with the rain in my eyes, with the soul in my ears and the bass in my bones, feeling so connected while I'm sitting alone. Let it rain, yeah. Neon blue, jazz, soul rain. Street lights and the shadows, let it breathe. Footsteps echo on the concrete floor, walking past places I don't know no more. The city sleeps but my mind is awake, counting the promises I couldn't make. Wind blows cold through the empty street, I find my rhythm in the silent beat. No destination, just clearing my head, leaving behind all the words left unsaid. Oh, the midnight city sings to me a quiet song of what used to be, lost in the groove, drifting so free, just a lonely soul in this urban sea. Neon signs flicker, paint in the night, washing my thoughts in the purple light. I pull my coat tight against the chill. Time slows down, the world staying still. Every corner holds a memory fading. Every alleyway is a picture waiting. I'm tracing the lines of the life I drew, wondering if you are out there too. Oh, the midnight city sings to me a quiet song of what used to be, lost in a groove, drifting so free. Just a lonely soul in this urban sea. Smoke rises up from the subway, great clock strikes 2 minutes, getting late, but peace is a thing that you cannot rush. I find my calm in the midnight hush. No crowds to please, no mask to wear, just breathing in the cold night air. I take one step, then I take another, leaving the past in the fading color. Oh, the midnight city sings to me a quiet song of what used to be, lost in the groove, drifting so free. Just a lonely soul in this urban sea. And the bass line hums beneath the ground, the sweetest silence I have ever found. No need to run, no need to hide, just riding the wave of the evening tide. Just riding the wave, let the groove fade out. Midnight soliloquy, I'm gone. Listen to that, nature's drum machine. Yeah. Drops on the tin roof, a rhythmic sound, washing the dust off the weary ground. I'm sitting on the porch, watching it pour, feeling a peace I've been searching for. The gray clouds blanket the city sky, but there's no sorrow in my eyes. It's a cleansing water, a cool embrace, slowing down the frantic human race. The rhythm of the rain, a soulful beat, puddles reflecting the empty street. A natural symphony, pure and clean. The most beautiful music I've ever seen. Yeah, the smell of ozone, the cool damp breeze, rustling the leaves on the oak trees. The bass is thumping, matching the storm, keeping my spirit cozy and warm. I pour a drink, I watch the show, letting my complicated worries go. The world is quiet, the world is still, submitting to the weather's will. The rhythm of the rain, a soulful beat, puddles reflecting the empty street. A natural symphony, pure and clean. The most beautiful music I've ever seen. Yeah. The jazz chords mingle with the falling drops. I hope this gentle shower never stops. It washes the ego, washes the pride, leaves nothing but the truth inside. We try to control every little thing, but we can't control what the sky will bring. So I just surrender, I let it flow, watching the rivers of rainwater grow. The rhythm of the rain, a soulful beat, puddles reflecting the empty street. A natural symphony, pure and clean. The most beautiful music I've ever seen. There's a lesson in the falling rain, how it nourishes the earth through the pain. It falls without asking, gives without greed. exactly what a heavy heart might need. Let it rain, wash it all away. Fade to the sound of rain. Turn the page, yeah. Smell of old paper, urban stories. I'm reading between the lines of a life well spent, wondering where all the passion and the energy went. Sitting on a park bench with a paperback book, giving all the scenery a secondhand look. The wind is a ghost turning pages for me, reminding me of who I used to want to be. But now I'm just happy with a rhyme and a beat, finding all the soul in a quiet city street. It's paperback dreams, a soulful kind of tale, learning how to fly when the wings start to fail. It's bluesy and gentle, it's lo-fi and true. A story about me and a story about you. Paperback dreams, the rhythm of the ink. Taking a moment to just sit and think. I'm rapping about the characters I met in my head, all the things I've lived and the things I've read. The guitar is a melody, a jazzy little hook, coming right out of a vintage style book. No need for a blockbuster, no need for the glare, just a little bit of magic in the afternoon air. The roads is a ripple on a pond in the park, keeping us away from the cold and the dark. It's paperback dreams, a soulful kind of tale, learning how to fly when the wings start to fail. Yeah, it's bluesy and gentle, yeah, it's lo-fi and true. A story about me and a story about you. Paperback dreams, the rhythm of the ink. Taking a moment to just sit and think. Every chapter is a lesson, every word is a seed. Everything I'm wanting is everything I need. The bass is a pulse, the snare is a tap, falling right into a creative kind of trap. But the trap is just a rhythm, a place to reside, letting all the ego and the bitterness slide. It's a mid-tempo story with a hopeful ending. No more pretending, no more defending. It's paperback dreams, a soulful kind of tale, learning how to fly when the wings start to fail. Yeah, it's bluesy and gentle, it's lo-fi and true. A story about me and a story about you. Paperback dreams, the rhythm of the ink. Taking a moment to just sit and think. Truth is, yeah, one more time. The truth is in the margins, the beauty's in the blur. Every single feeling is a rhythmic word. Hold on to the story, let it settle in your soul. Finally feeling like you're becoming whole. Yeah. Paperback dreams, yeah, turn the page. Look at that view. The world's so small from here. Yeah. Standing on the edge of a gravel-covered roof, searching for the truth, looking for the proof that everything is connected in a soulful way. beyond all the noise of a friendly style day. The wind is a whisper, the city is a hum, waiting for the rhythmic inspiration to come. My rap is a conversation with the open air, losing all the weight of the burdens I bear. It's a rooftop soliloquy, a soulful kind of height, finding the perspective in the middle of the night. Yeah, it's bluesy and urban, it's rhythmic and deep, keeping all the promises that I wanna keep. The rooftop soliloquy, the rhythm and the view, finding a better version of me and of you. I see the ant-sized cars on the highway below, wondering where they think they really need to go. Everybody's rushing, everybody's in a race, but I'm just enjoying the beauty of the space. The guitar is a bird, a jazzy little flight, soaring through the shadows of the urban style night. The road's piano is a cloud in the sky, asking all the questions that start with the word why. It's a rooftop soliloquy, a soulful kind of height, finding the perspective in the middle of the night. It's bluesy and urban, it's rhythmic and deep, keeping all the promises that I wanna keep. The rooftop soliloquy, the rhythm and the view, finding a better version of me and of you. Every chimney is a story, every vent is a breath, a narrative of life that's avoiding this death. The bass is a foundation, the snare is a tap, falling right into a creative style trap. But the trap is just a rhythm, a place to belong, turning all the weakness into something strong. It's a mid-tempo journey to the edge of the world, watching how the mystery of us is unfurled. It's a rooftop soliloquy, a soulful kind of height, finding the perspective in the middle of the night. Yeah, it's bluesy and urban, it's rhythmic and deep, keeping all the promises that I wanna keep. Rooftop soliloquy, the rhythm and the view, finding a better version of me and of you. The sky is so big and the heart is so small, but in this moment I can have it all. Just the wind and the rhythm and the soul for release, finally finding a moment of peace. Rooftop soliloquy, soulful jazz rap, you from the top. Yeah. Walking through the past, watch your step. The street lights flicker on the avenue, walking down the block where I once knew. Every corner store, every cracked wall, I remember how it felt to fall. The neighborhood changed, but the soul remains, still washing the blood from the old stains. I hear the echoes of my younger feet, running wildly down this very street. Footsteps in the dark, tracing the lines, reading the history in the old signs, walking through the memories, bitter and sweet, finding my roots on this empty street. I pause by the park where we used to play. The swings are rusty, the paint is gray. The jazzy chords strike a melancholy chord, reminding me of what I can't afford. Time is a thief that you cannot catch, takes away the youth, leaves a heavy patch. But I smile at the ghost of who I was. I broke the rules and I changed the laws. Footsteps in the dark, tracing the lines, reading the history in the old signs, walking through the memories, bitter and sweet, finding my roots on this empty street. The groove is steady ahead, not pace. I'm carrying the lines on my tired face. The deep bass vibrates through the ground, the most comforting, familiar sound. I leave the past where it belongs, translated into these late night songs. I turn the collar up on my old coat, sailing away on a sturdy boat. Footsteps in the dark, tracing the lines, reading the history in the old signs, walking through the memories, bitter and sweet, finding my roots on this empty street. We are built from the places we leave behind, the architecture of the human mind. Every step in the dark leads to the dawn. We gather our strength and we carry on. Carry on. Keep walking, footsteps fading. Peace out. No, no, no. Doors closing. Next stop, moving on. Yeah. The platform empty, the lights are harsh. The city feels like a lonely march. I hear the rumble coming down the rail, the final chapter of a tired tale. The doors slide open, I step inside, taking a seat for the midnight ride. The fluorescent hum and the metal clank, my mind is drawing a beautiful blank. Riding the last train out of the pain. Nothing to lose and nothing to gain. Just moving forward, cutting the ties, leaving behind the beautiful lies. The landscape flashing outside the glass, watching the ghosts of my history pass. The rhythmic thump of the metal wheels, dictating exactly how my spirit feels. The jazzy guitar is a traveling friend, reminding me this is not the end. It's just a transition, a change of state. I'm wiping clean the dirty slate. Riding the last train out of the pain. Nothing to lose and nothing to gain. Just moving forward, cutting the ties, leaving behind the beautiful life. No passengers here, just me and the night, heading away from the blinding light. The heavy bass is an anchor drop into a sea where the fighting stopped. I close my eyes, I lean my head, letting go of the words you said. The station approaches, the brakes engage. I'm ready to turn to a brand new page. Riding the last train out of the pain. Nothing to lose and nothing to gain. Just moving forward, cutting the ties, leaving behind the beautiful life. Sometimes the hardest part is the start, to pack the bags of a broken heart. But once the wheels begin to roll, you'll find the freedom of the soul. Stepping off
Settle down, turn the lights low. Listen to the quiet. Coffee cup sitting on a windowsill. The world outside is perfectly still. Raindrops racing down the window pane, washing away the remnants of the pain. I took a breath and I let it go. Moving fast was making me slow. Now I'm sitting in the velvet dark, trying to reignite a fading spark. Wrapped up in this velvet silence. No more running, no more violence. Just a quiet room and a gentle beat, healing my soul from the head to my feet. Books on the shelf that I never read, thoughts getting tangled inside my head. I untie the knots one by one, waiting around for the morning sun. The guitar hums a familiar chord, like an old friend coming aboard, sailing the ship of my troubled mind, leaving the heavy cargo behind. Wrapped up in this velvet silence. No more running, no more violence. Just a quiet room and a gentle beat, healing my soul from the head to my feet. Shadows dance on the living room wall. I'm learning to stand after every fall. The groove is slow and the bass is deep, a lullaby before I go to sleep. I forgive myself for the time I lost. I paid the price, I measured the cost. Now all that remains is this peaceful room, a tiny flower breaking through the gloom. Wrapped up in this velvet silence. No more running, no more violence. Just a quiet room and a gentle beat, healing my soul from the head to my feet. It takes a while to learn how to rest, to pull the heavy armor off your chest. But in this dark, I can finally see the only one I need to save is me. Save myself. Velvet silence. Just breathe. Good night. Sometimes the words we don't say are the loudest 90 BPM. Yeah, yeah. We're sitting on a sofa, just a foot of space, but I can see the distance all over your face. Everything we're hiding is in the unspoken line. Reading all the signals in the subtle style signs. Yeah. The guitar is playing bluesy, a minor key wail, like a ship in the harbor with a tattered up sail. I'm trying to find a rhythm to bridge the divide, with nothing but the music as my internal guide. Unspoken lines, heavy in the air, pretending that the silence isn't really there. Soulful jazz hop with a blues infused heart, trying to keep the pieces from falling apart. Yeah, unspoken lines, changing with the times. Yeah, the snare is It's hitting steady like a heart that is true, but I don't know the rhythm for talking to you. Rose piano ripples like a question in the dark, waiting for a flicker, waiting for a spark. Maybe we're just tired of the urban style stress. Maybe we're just looking for a little less mess. I find my own answers in the depth of the bass, looking for a little bit of mercy and grace. Unspoken lines, heavy in the air, pretending that the silence isn't really there. Soulful jazz hop with a blues-infused heart, trying to keep the pieces from falling apart. Yeah, unspoken lines, changing with the times. Words are like a weapon or a healing style bomb, but right now we're stuck in a heavy set calm. I let the 90 BPM speak for my soul, while the urban style madness takes a heavy set toll. Bluesy rap verses for a love that is real, dealing with the things that we're supposed to feel. No commercial glitter, just the grit and the grain, using every melody to balance the pain. Unspoken lines, heavy in the air, pretending that the silence isn't really there. Soulful jazz hop with a blues-infused heart, trying to keep the pieces from falling apart. Yeah, unspoken lines, changing with the tides. And if we find the courage to say what we mean, maybe we can finally clear out the scream. But now I'm content with the jazz and the beat and the sound of the world moving out on the street. Just talk, yeah. Unspoken lines, soulful blues heart. Look at them dance, just shapes. Don't be afraid. Yeah, yeah. The lamp is flickering, casting a shade. My mind is looking for an escape. The shadows stretch across the bedroom floor, taking the form of things I ignored. The fears I buried deep in the dirt, the old mistakes that continue to hurt. They come alive when the sun goes down, parading around in this sleepy town. Shadows on the wall, playing their games, calling me out, speaking my names. But they're just tricks of the fading light. I won't let them ruin my night. I faced the corner, I looked them in the eye. I'm done with running, I'm done with the lie. The guitar slices through the heavy air, a clean progression, a silent prayer. I tell the darkness you have no power. I am the captain of this midnight hour. The shadows shrink as I stand up tall, just empty silhouettes on the wall. Shadows on the wall, oh, playing their games, oh, calling me out, oh, speaking my names. But they're just tricks of the fading light. Oh, oh, I won't let them ruin my night. The groove is steady, the backbeat is tight. I'm stepping out of the gloom in the light. My own reflection in the mirror glass reminds me that this moment will pass. The demons only feed on your fear, but I got a soul that is crystal clear. I turn the music up, let it ride, washing away the doubts deep inside. Shadows on the wall, oh, playing their games, oh, calling me out, oh, speaking my names. But just tricks of a faded light. I won't let them ruin my night. It's all an illusion, a trick of the mind. Leave all the phantom terrors behind. The only reality is the beat and the solid ground under my feet. Solid ground. No more shadow. Let the groove play. Peace. Between the light and the dark, the blue hour, 90 BPM. It's the blue hour. It's the blue hour, the transition of the soul. Watching all the shadows take the final control of the daylight hours in the metropolitan heat, bringing a little rhythm to the middle of the street. The guitar's playing syncopated, a bluesy style. Life is like a candle with a slow burning wick. I'm a mid-tempo traveler, poet of the dim, letting the soulfulness overflow the rim. In the blue hour, everything is still, watching all the colors of the world start to chill. Soulful jazz hop on a blues-infused bass, looking for a little bit of mercy and grace. Yeah, the blue hour. Spiritual power. The snare is hitting tight like the closing of a door. I don't think I'm looking for the chaos anymore. I'm just looking for the melody and the way that it feels to be grounded in the rhythm while the city starts to reel. Rose piano ripples like a light in the haze, finding my way through the metropolitan maze. Keep the hi-hats rolling like the clock on the wall, giving a little rhythm to the rise and the fall. In the blue hour, everything is still, watching all the colors of the world start to chill. Soulful jazz high on the blues-infused bass, looking for a little bit of mercy and grace. Yeah, the blue hour. Spiritual power. There's a silence in the blue that you can't find in the red, clearing out the clutter in the back of my head. I'm a rapper of the quiet, a singer of the soul, using every fragment just to make myself whole. 90 BPM is the frequency of choice, giving every transition a beautiful voice. Blues infused hip-hop, urban and deep, keeping all the promises we're meant to keep. In the blue hour, everything is still, watching all the colors of the world start to chill. Soulful jazz hop on the blues infused bass, looking for a little bit of mercy and grace. Yeah, the blue hour. Spiritual power. And the night is coming fast, but I'm taking my time, turning every shadow into another soulful rhyme. No need to hurry, no need to rush, finding the gold in the urban style crush. Fade the blue, the blue hour. So So many stars, even here. Yeah. 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 I'm standing on the balcony with the lights turned low, watching how the city starts to flicker and glow. The stars are a chorus of a million little suns. We're the tired out city, and the silence runs. The rhythm of the night is a soulful style beat, a heavy percussion underneath my feet. No more rushing, no more need to be first, just a quiet way to quench the spiritual thirst. It's starlit solitude, soulful kind of high, finding the perspective in the middle of the night. Yeah, it's urban and bluesy, it's rhythmic and deep. Promises to yourself that you're finally gonna keep. Starlit solitude, the stars in the rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. I'm rapping to the pulse of a distant style star, wondering exactly where and who we are. The guitar is a liquid, a jazzy little flow, taking us exactly where we need to go. I remember the days when I felt so small, but now I find the beauty in the middle of it all. The rose piano is a warm-hearted friend, helping us to see around the very next bend. It's starlit solitude, soulful kind of high, finding the perspective in the middle of the night. Yeah, it's urban and bluesy, it's rhythmic and deep. Promises to yourself that you're finally gonna keep. Starlit solitude, the stars in the rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. Every twinkle is a lesson, every glimmer is a rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. The bass is an anchor, the snare is a snap, moving through the lines of a soulful style map. It's a mid-tempo journey to a better frame of mind, leaving all the static and the anger behind. Just a man and a star, sharing the thought, appreciating everything that the struggle has taught. It's starlit solitude, soulful kinda high, finding the perspective in the middle of the night. It's urban and bluesy, it's rhythmic and deep. Promises to yourself that you're finally gonna keep. Starlit solitude, the stars in the rhyme, taking a little break from the pressure of time. Look up, shine on. Look up, shine on. The sky is so big and the heart is so small, but in this moment I can have it all. Just the stars and the rhythm and the soulful release, finally finding a moment of peace. Starlit solitude, starlit solitude, starlit solitude, starlit solitude, starlit solitude.